Hi, everybody. Welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap. Doesn't have to kill you. Well, I got news. I sent up a little tiny video today in my car. It was terrible quality. All you can see was my neck and my big fat chin and my steering wheel. That was a pretty terrible on the fly video, but I wanted to send it your way. So, hey, whoever's here. And so I wanted to let you all know a couple of things. Or more than a couple of things. And that is, hey, Betty. Okay, so, I have the best subscribers in the planet, on the planet, in the planet, universe, whatever, ever. Our little small numbers are great big hearts. So, number one, Patti came home today. Yes, I am skeptical because, like I mentioned, she is in good spirits and she is great, got a great attitudinal sense about her, but I'm still worried. I want to tell you, I am still worried. She's moving slow, of course, been in bed for however long. That'll take enough out of you. But her blood pressure got to, I think it was like 120. I think she told me it was 121 or 122 over 58. So that bottom number's not quite 60, but her blood work was like, her potassium was high normal, like one more point would be high. So that's borderline. And there was another blood thing that was a little iffy-ish, but they decided to do it, just let her go home. And I'm thinking, good news, but we just we just we just played that out last week, didn't we? But so anyway, Patty's home. Her cat was happy to see her. And, I put a Hail Mary out here for y'all to help us get this ambulance thing situated and get a lifeline alert ordered and this and that and the other. So, lo and behold, my subscribers, 3 of my subscribers, and Patty's cousin, older cousin Judy in Michigan, all came together, and we now have enough to secure the ambulance. I've already got the application filled out. Just need to get her insurance information and plug in there, take it by there and get her to sign it, because, I'm going to have pay for a whole year of that for the ambulance. And we have enough for that, what do you call it, programming fee, that $100 programming fee, and like a month and almost 2 months of the monitoring. But I have to check with Patti because it's going to be up to her to continue the payments on the monitoring. So I need to make sure she's in parameters that she can afford. Or else I'll just keep stashing the money until we can get the whole annual fee done and do it that way. But I need to, so we're good to go for that. Of course, I have to talk to Patti, like I said, to see if she can do that monthly payment and make sure that's the unit, she wants. We talked about it. She thought that was fine. The $35 a month or whatever it was, 44 a month for whatever it was for that on the go thing. And she agreed, the one that was just the base for 400 feet around the house. She was like, well, what if I'm somewhere else? So I'm like, that would be the on the go thing. And she said, I think the on the go thing then is probably what, because the speaker for that is on that button too. So wherever she is, she didn't have to carry around a base with her or anything like that. So thank you. Thank you to I think, let's see, so far, let me check and see who that was. It was Janet, and it was from Janet. She says, "Wish I had a friend like you." Um, you know, where you can all be friends like me. And then her cousin, and then Mary Cat. So thank you to all of you guys. Um, appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So as it stands now, got the ambulance covered. All I have to do is go over to Patty's tomorrow because her phone was dead, so she has to charge it, and it takes hours for her to charge that phone. So couldn't get back in touch with her today. So I have to plug in her insurance information, and I've already got the payment information filled out, ready to go. Get her on board. Good for a year. And the thing that holds people back from calling an ambulance is how much it costs. So now with this, she just knows if she needs the help, she can call and it's going to be okay. So God bless you guys. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So we've got 170. We got the 59. Altogether, we got 237.17. And take the 59 off of that. That leaves 178.17. So that's $100 for the programming fee, and then what? A month and a little bit more, or we can just stash it till we get that whole 400 and 432. What it was it? And pay for a whole year at a time and let her just relax. So I will talk to her tomorrow and see which way she wants to go. If she can. Hey, Dee Dee, I'm sorry, I got glare over here. It's really bright over here. So, Betty, we got it. God bless you. You're an angel. Um, so anyhow, that's where that stands. So praise God, from whom all blessings flow, and to my subscribers who are His angels sent from heaven above to take care of those who have the need. So again, thank you. And then when I got home, um, I had something in my mailbox from my doctor that was written on May the 9th. I guess it just got around to mailing it to me. But anyway, so the housing people said I needed a note from my doctor to qualify for a 2-bedroom voucher, and that if I had a live-in, that it had to be living in now. And talked to my doctor about that, and she says, who's the person I need to talk to? I said, her name is Paula Garrison. And she goes, I told her about the senior villas that I wanted to move into and on a waiting list for. So check this out. I'll show you and then read from my thing. It says, please do not reply to this message, blah, blah, blah. Attention, Paula Garrison. Cathy Cross application for 2-bedroom unit. To whom it may concern. Cathy Cross is applying for a 2-bedroom unit with your senior villas. Due to her debilitating current health conditions, it is likely she will need a live-in caretaker in the future. Please consider and allow Cathy Cross a 2-bedroom unit. Tammy Stinson, MD, primary care physician. Ta-da. I know y'all want to know all my debilitating conditions. We've gone over that. But anyway, so I got that. And I'm guessing she faxed this over to Paula because they asked me for the fax number too. So if not, I guess Monday I'll run by there and make sure Miss Garrison has that. And we'll see what happens. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Can't remember what it was. Oh well. Can't remember. Oh yeah, did you notice on that last video? If you go back and look at on that last short, terrible, horrible video I did on the flight, it was only like a minute long, telling you Patti was home. People thumbs down that thing. I'm like, what kind of evil bastard thumbs downs a video saying my friend is home from the hospital? What kind of horrible people or is that? Who does that? Lord have mercy. Pray for their souls. The devil has them by the gonads. I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't know what's wrong with people who could thumbs down some good news after all my friend has been through, that she's finally home from the hospital again, and that get a thumbs down. I don't get that. I don't understand that. But, it's YouTube, it's the internet, and there's hating lurkers around, I reckon. I don't know. Pray for their soul. They need some help. They need some love and light in their life. But anyway, I'm exhausted. I did want to check in with you live though. See if y'all wanted to talk. Now that I can relax again a little bit. I have to look up. My camera's over here because I can't put it over there. But my screen where y'all are chatting is over here. So I'm like, so how you doing, Dee Dee and Edie and Betty? Hey Betty, how's your friend with the foot thing? Tell her I'm still praying for her. I hope and pray to the Lord she recovers. That was a terrible, terrible accident. Oh, technically uncool. Hey, Meerkat. Well, this isn't a technical channel. You don't even get ads on my channel. I don't allow ads on my channel. I don't monetize my channel. I just figure if y'all want to help out, you will. You won't see an ad on my channel. Not even on, what do they call that? They think they know what y'all like and they'll throw it up there without my permission. I've got that blocked too, until YouTube changes the rules. That I've got all that. Y'all shouldn't be seeing any ads on any of my videos because that's annoying, isn't it? Edie, you're a good friend, doing good. Oh, good. I'm glad you're all right. Well, define good friend. I mean, got to be a decent human being, and if you have any faith or claim to be any sort of Christian, as imperfect as I am, we got to walk the walk. You got to pay. I always tell you guys one little random act of kindness can change somebody's day. Well, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it needs not to be so random, and it needs to be consistent to get somebody over a hump. You know, when you don't have any, I don't have anybody else. I don't have anybody else but Patti. And, here, of course, you guys are great support. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in person, dear friend, Patti's all I've got left. I've had 19 or 22 of people I know and used to hang out with. They've all died in the last 7, 8 years. And 20, well, 9, it was 19 until Miss Hammond and Loretta and Al died. And 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 people gone in a 7-year time period. It's so, I'm officially pretty much alone. My son's in Colorado. He's busy with his life. I'm sure he cares about what happens to his mom, but he don't too much call and check on me and stuff like that. Oh, I meant a thumbs down, but because of the bad tech. I don't believe people are that bad. No, it's not bad tech. You don't get a thumbs down unless somebody pushes the thumbs down button. But, let's just pray for them and hope their souls are enlightened and injected with a little bit of love and understanding. That's all we can hope for, right? It is just kind of irritating, though, because I'm really cheerleading for my friend Patti to kind of positively vibe her into better health. And then you get stuff like that. It's So, Mary Cat, I don't know if you were here. But I thanked you. And what was it? Janice and Janet and her cousin Judy helped, and we got the ambulance taken care of. All I got to do is get Patty's insurance card information on here. I'll go by and see her tomorrow, get that, put that sucker in the mail like right away. And then we've got 178.17 left to get the life alert. And I have to talk with Patti to see, you know, after we've paid that much ahead, the $100 programming fee. And then what was it, 35 or 44? I can't remember. I think it was the on the go thing was $44.95 a month. So I'll have to look back on that video or check. I'll check it right now. Hold on, let me just see. I want to be accurate. Let me see. Hang with me. On the go, $34.95 a month for the on the go. $34.95 a month or $32.04 a month if you pay the whole annual fee at one time, which is $384.45. So anyway, I need to check with Patti to see if she can swing that monthly payment on her own once we get this big chunk taken care of. And if she says yeah, then we'll set it up together at her house tomorrow and get that sucker in the mail right now to her. She agreed, and we talked about it. You know, and then she says, "You need one too." I said, "Well, I ain't in the hospital, and I ain't got a bad heart, and you know, maybe later." The ambulance thing, I think I'll probably end up doing, but I have to get into that new place and be there about 3 months and let my bills settle down so I can actually see a difference, and then take care of that for myself. Let me look at your comments. Yes, your friend Gloria. Yes, yes. Be sure and tell her that. I lost my granddaughter too, Edie. Uh, Edie, I don't know how long you've been a subscriber on my channel, but I lost my granddaughter too. And the friends I did have at that time, um, the old thoughts and prayers thing. But they really rallied because we had a funeral to pay for, and we had travel to Phoenix to take care of, a lot of travel to Phoenix to take care of for monthly hearings and this and that. So I have to say that the community of victim advocates were very helpful. And during a time like that, you can't help but feel abandoned. But I don't know what else my other friends could have possibly done to help, because some of those days you just want to spend with yourself, and some of those days, I don't know. I still can't be. I mean, it's been 5 years. December will be 5 years, and I still can't be around. Excuse me, December will be 7 years. Gosh, it was 5. It took 5 years to get it took almost 4 years to get a conviction. But and sentenced. But I know how you feel. But we have to, I appreciate y'all saying I'm a good friend. I appreciate that. That's positive reinforcement, and I appreciate it. But being a good friend is like being a caretaker to somebody you care about, and uh, just like I talked about couple 3 nights ago, or I don't know, maybe it's been a week ago now since Patti came home from the hospital the first time. You know, the caretakers, you're doing good during a crisis, and then when it's over, it's like you fall out and you're exhausted, and you're tired, and you're drained, and then there's nobody to care for the caretaker. So that's kind of where that's just, but that's all right because you guys, all you guys have given me great support and been great friends in Christ and through the internet and similar circumstances shared, with me. And that is great. That's more support than I've had in 20 years with people I actually know. So what's Betty say? Um, oh, I'm sorry, Edie. My granddaughter was 19 days short of her third birthday, and I have no other grandchildren. Don't look like I'm ever going to have any more grandchildren, I guess. But when your son's been through something like that, kind of makes him not want to make anymore. I suppose I can't blame him. I don't know. It's just who do you trust anymore? If you can't trust the mother of your child, who can you trust? So, you know. But thank you for saying I'm a good friend. And Betty's lost her boys too. And so, we share that. We have lost loved ones. Um, Betty's boys were gone tragically. Yours gone tragically. Mine gone tragically. We're in a club we never wanted to be a member of, aren't we? And it's a different kind of club, isn't it? It's like some days you feel like nobody gets where you're coming from, and nobody gets where you're coming from. And when you get outraged, when you see injustice, people think you're like whacking off your rocker, and they don't know what you know. They haven't been where you've been. They haven't seen what you've seen. I could tell you one thing right now after seeing my granddaughter's autopsy photos, and my son wouldn't see them. He wouldn't even look. But I wanted to know exactly what happened to her, how it happened to her. So when I went in that courtroom, I could look at him and let him know I knew him. I knew her. I knew what they did exactly. And so I could speak with some uh, actual knowledge of, instead of thinking and freaking and assuming. I wanted to know because I didn't want to speak out of turn and say something that wasn't factual in court when I was giving my witness statement. So I wanted to see the autopsy photos. And once you see that, it can't be unseen. But now that I've seen all that, and it was horrible and it was tragic, and I literally threw up for days after seeing it, and then I'd have to see it again, and uh, and every time I did, I would throw up, and then I got to a point where I don't want to say I became numb to it, but I can say that nothing shocks me anymore. It's impossible to be uh, shocked to a higher level than what happened and what I saw in that. Um, I play video games. You guys know I like to play my Xbox. And there's a thing called zombies in Black Ops games and Call of Duty games, and I don't play that. I checked, I checked it out once, but then those zombies that are walking around, they look like, the what do you call it? The CGI, the graphics in those video games, The Walking Dead and this and that. When they actually look like your granddaughter's autopsy photos, that's like, damn. They have no idea the effect that kind of graphic stuff can have on people. So I just I just don't I don't play zombies. And when somebody invites me to play the zombies, I'm like, no, I can't play zombies. It creeps me out because it triggers me all over again. And so like, um, I used to be a long time ago. I used to be a big fan of all the police shows, all the CSI shows, and all that. I don't watch that anymore. I don't watch those anymore because I've lived it now, and it's not something I remotely find entertaining anymore. So to sit down and watch a television program about something like that, when people find it to be entertainment and interesting, and some of it's scientifically based and stuff like that. I know what that's like for real. You guys, you know, Betty and Edie knows what that's like, really, to live it and have detectives call you and talking to the coroner's office and you know police and detectives and prosecutors. You know what that's like firsthand. And so I don't even watch those shows on TV anymore because some of it, is like complete and total ridiculous, never going to happen kind of thing because you've been there and that's not how it works. And then some of it is like so accurate. And then they show really graphic stuff in those television shows that they shouldn't probably be showing. I mean, it's one thing to show an outline on the floor where the body was, but then they show the actual body, even though it's a fake dead body. It's all really graphic, and it's like, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? So I feel you, Edie, and so does Betty. And you know, there's a couple others, and I forget their names, but there's a couple of other subscribers on my channel that have had tragic loss in their family, and you know, had have children been murdered, and um, you know, I know this is a snap vegan channel and everything else, but the whole point is to bust myths about people in general that are being described highly inaccurately about, lazy, worthless bums on food stamps and wanting to mooch off the government and, we're here to bust every myth because, uh, but for the grace of God, what we go through could be what they're going through. So, I'm an advocate to show people what it's really like. So, you know, maybe they can get a better understanding because, hope. We can hope. But anyway, so thank you all for hanging in with me today. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for helping me get this ambulance and pendant thing ready for Patti. Like I said, I'll ask her if she can handle that $34.95 a month on her own. And if she can't do it right now, I'll just do my best to keep collecting as we are able to put into it until we get that whole, what was it, I already forgot. Wait a minute. 384.45, and then pay for the whole year at one time. And her sister and her were telling me that something I didn't know. Patty's only 1 year away from being the same age as her brother, who died from the same thing Patti has. And so that's laying really heavy on her mind. I'm like, look, Patty's birthday is June the 10th. It's right around the corner. She'll be 62, or she'll be 63. She's a year older than me. Year and a half ish. So that's laying really heavy on. I said, look, you ain't going to daggone where. I won't let you. You can't. Not allowed. You are not allowed. No. Not yet, sister. Not yet. And I can tell you, if she does go before me, I will be completely and utterly gutted. And I mean gutted. But we keep our prayers going. I have faith in the good Lord above that He will keep her safe and sound for now. And all she has to do is her part. And I hope she does, because that girl's got an ice cream addiction and she's eating the wrong stuff. And she kept saying, I know. I'm not going to do this. And then she goes, I want some ham. You're going to fix ham for dinner? What the God? What are you doing? We'll get back on track. Hopefully I can help her along the way a little bit. I mean, I've been failing too, left and right, because I've had to, I've just been eating on the fly, eating on the quick. And it ain't always been all that healthy. It's been healthier than, not being, whole food plant based, but not as healthy as it could be or should be if I had more time to do what I needed to do. Oh, on a lighter note, I have a walker, and I use it from time to time, sometimes. And I had put it in the shed. So I named my walker Dorothy from the Golden Girls, because Dorothy's strong. She'll hold you up. So that was my walker's name. And so I pulled Dorothy out of the shed today and brought her in and cleaned her up and got her ready for Patti. And Patty's like, I don't want that thing. It's just going to get in my way. I said, no, girl, I'm telling you, if you start to feel all swoony-fied and fainty, Dorothy will hold you up. You got something on both sides to hang on to. She goes, yeah, but it's just in the way. I said, no, it's not in the way. It'll save the day. And, yeah, Austin, did you want to come up and say hi? There you are. You got mad at me last night. So she didn't want Dorothy, but I had cleaned it up and put it in my trunk and took it to the hospital with me. She didn't want it. But anyway, while I was in the shed, oh, Aunt Betty says hello. Yeah, right. Aunt Betty. He's like, looking for you, Betty. Did you see that? He turned his head looking for Aunt Betty. Aunt Betty. He's got Aunt Betty. He's got Aunt Kim. He's got I think, Heather. He's looking for y'all. You see him looking? Where are they at? Where are they? Oh, I don't know. I think they're over there. I think they're right there. There's Aunt Betty right there. There she is. They're going to say hi. Look at the big eyes. It reminds me of Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. Give me sugars. I love you. Okay. Oh, he had to say hi to the people. But anyway, so I'm in the shed. And I'm looking at this. Remember I told you I need to go and clean that shed out. And I'm looking at the stuff I got in that shed. I'm like, what in the hell am I thinking that I needed to save this stuff? Now, granted, like 2 boxes of it belongs to my son. And there's some stuff in there that cannot be parted with for personal reasons and family reasons and stuff my dad left for him. So he's got Papa's stuff. He's got his stuff. He's got some Marine Corps stuff in there. And they're sealed up in a space bag. Yeah. Because I knew if I was going to put them in the shed, they're going to mold, right? I'll put them in a space bag, sucked it tight, wrapped it up. So that stuff's in the shed. So there's two big, like large size boxes in the shed that are my son's that I cannot, get rid of. But the other stuff is like, okay, I've got like 3 little boxes of scented candles, like a tangerine scent and a sage scent. you know, that have gone through winter, like five, almost going on to, okay, so like 5 winters and 6 summers out in the shed. So they've like expanded, contracted, melted, whatever. All the fragrance that they had in the beginning is surely gone now. I guess it'd be good for emergency candles, but 3 boxes of candles, they're little votive candles, glass votive candles. I'm thinking, well, see, I could save them and give them away for Christmas presents, but then now they're like, why am I keeping these things? And what else? I got my lounge chair in there. I've got a small foldable fold-out table in there that I could use for a dining room table if I wanted to. So I'm hanging on to that. What else? Oh, I've got like a big box of old Christmas ornaments, like old Christmas ornaments. And but I haven't had a tree in 7 years. My granddaughter was murdered on December the 11th, and I had a Christmas tree up already that year. So after I got back from her funeral, I picked it up and I threw it against the wall, and I broke almost everything. I was so angry and upset and angry at God that if He was a righteous and good God, and He would not have allowed that to happen. So I just picked up that Christmas tree, ripped it out of the sockets, and threw it across the room. Slung it. I mean, I was just all over the place with that Christmas tree. So what's left in those 2 boxes are the remnants of the ornaments that I didn't break. And forget about the lights. The lights are all trash. And the tree is, I don't know why I even kept it. I just threw it all in the box and put it back in the shed. I should have just put it in the dumpster, but my frame of mind at the time wasn't, in the place where I was thinking right. Anyway, I was so hurt and angry and grieved and everything else. So that's in there. And I've got 2 plastic totes in there. One of them's already, brittle and bottom busted out of it. Those little clay, like terracotta little things that you can put under these oval planters, like I had on my patio, and I had my cilantro, I had rosemary, and chives, all growing in these oval, like about this long oval, and then there was a little stand so they wouldn't be sitting in water, so the water would drain out. And so I've got like, I don't know, 20 of those little terracotta things in a tote I'm not going to use anymore. I've got a couple of planters that I'm not going to use anymore. I mean, they're just a cheapo plastic stuff. And like, why am I holding on to this? So cleaning my shed is going to be a breeze when I get back out to it. But I just went in there to get Dorothy out of there for Patti, and turns out she didn't want her. So anyway, but boy, there was a lot of cobwebs, and when the landscapers come by and they blow the weed whacking remnants and they blew it up under the door, and so everything was cobwebby and funky and moist and bleh. So had to sweep all that out of there. Did at least get that done today. But so that was just kind of a funny thing. I'm like, what am I doing keeping this stuff? I don't know. Oh, it's so crazy. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go. Let's see, Edie. Let me read some of these comments. Okay, Betty, I love you too. I'm gonna get some rest too. Yeah, I'm tired. You too. Tell your friend Gloria I said hello. Uh, Grieving is lifetime struggle. Yeah, it comes in waves, especially when you don't expect. I still can't get. I can't be around kids. I can't be around a little. I can't be around kids. Okay, so like Savannah would be 10 years old this year, and so it's like, um, I can't be around kids like 10 and under. It's just because I always wonder how big would Savannah be now, and I see little girls with blonde hair, and I think, oh, she's so cute. I wonder if Savannah was like that, or I wonder if Savannah would be that tall. This all goes in my head like that. So I can't. And like 3-year-olds, two and 3-year-olds, forget about it. I mean, I love them. I love them all. I love babies. Oh my goodness, I love little babies and toddlers. I love them all, but that lasts for about a minute, and then after that minute, I break down and I have to walk away. I just can't do it. But anyway, let's see. You have inspired me in veganism. Sorry, I got the subject off track. We'll continue to pray for you. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, you know, I have this fluid thing going on, and I still think it was my shoulder surgery, because since my shoulder surgery, I've fallen off the wagon and started not doing it as good as I could, because, holding a knife, my hand's bothering me again. So holding the knife and chopping and chopping and chopping, I mean, it does go up into your shoulder, and, it gets tired. So now I'm trying to shop for like frozen bell peppers and onions and things I don't have to chop and as much. And, one of these days I'm going to get me one of those choppers that you just close the lid on and it chops it. And it's, do that. My immersion blender that I have is a Cuisinart, and I've only used it like 4 or 5 times, but it's really heavy in the hand. And it's got this chopping attachment that you can put a chopper down there and zip it and all that, but it's just so heavy to hold. But I hope, all of us gets back on track and starts doing better. It's just right now, it's like most of the food, most of the food I'm eating is right now, I have to say, is most of it's out of a can. I do have lettuce and I do have tomatoes, and what else have I got? I got celery and little cherry tomatoes. I've got arugula and spinach, and in the freezer I've got frozen kale and frozen collards and frozen bell peppers and onions and Brussels sprouts and fruit. So, that's basically what I'm living off of, as quick and easy as for me. But, it's just, everything's been such a mess. I don't have the counter space right now. I've even got a couple boxes still in the kitchen counter. Because as I'm going through, I've already cleaned out my utensil drawer, or my cooking utensil drawer. I threw a lot of things away. A lot of things away. It's like, why do I need like 5 8-inch knives? Or why do I need, 5 slotted spoons? I don't. So now I have one of everything. I don't have 5 of this and 4 of that. I just, one. That's all I need. One. So, you always want the latest and the greatest. So I'm going to try to, but, seriously, you only need one of them. You don't need 2 or 5. I had my mother's like 8-inch knife. My mother's, like a 50-year-old knife, y'all. I mean, I love you, Mama, but, time for the knife to go. I do have 2 knives that I don't use in the kitchen, and I use for personal protection, that are not kitchen related, and they're around the house. They're around the house in different areas, and so I do have those 2, and then I have like mixed, matched kitchen utensils, like knives and spoons and stuff like that. I don't have like a set that match. Mine's are all mixed and matched from what I could pick up at the dollar store anymore. I gave my mother's silverware set that she got for a wedding gift from my dad. I gave that to my brother's daughter. She's the only girl. So I gave that to her when she was here about 4 years ago. I ain't heard from her since, but that's okay. She's got grandma's silverware. So, maybe I'm going to take a day to rest tomorrow. Go see Patti and get this ambulance thing done. Talk to her about this other stuff. I'm just going to take it easy for a day and, you know, get back cracking at it because Patty's got to go back to the doctor Wednesday for another follow up. And we'll see what happens there. So I hope and pray she don't try to get in the car and drive. I will absolutely be so angry with her. But she said she's fine. She said that last time, and she was picking herself up off the floor. So keep the prayers going for Patti, and if you have one extra, just throw my name up there if you didn't mind. And I want to thank you for your love and compassionate hearts. I want to thank you for being through the things you've gone through that gives you a perspective that few of us have. And that makes you a better person, believe it or not, because you've been there, you've done that. You know how this feels, or how you know what I'm talking about feels. And you can help others through their thing too. You know when to give somebody space, you know when not to give, you know when to go in for the hug, and you know when not to. So, you know when somebody needs help, you know when they need to, like, weather it with a pastor or something. So, um, I just want to thank you so much for all the love and support you've offered me, and of course my friend Patti, and the aunts and uncles. Well, we don't have an uncle yet for Austin. No, we don't have an uncle for Austin. Yes, I'm talking about you. Um, but thank you again, everybody. I see I still got 4 people hanging. Please give this video a thumbs up, and let's battle that thumbs down syndrome that seems to be happening. But I love you all. Take good care. Have a good rest of the weekend. Go to church tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.